I always say that Michael Cheika is a self-made man and will do things on his own terms. Just quickly, Michael, the 4 languages that you do speak, I often say that's the main reason you got the job in fashion, correct? What languages do you speak?
So the French and Italian, and obviously the Lebanese dialect of Arabic, which is all grown up with that. It's probably the worst of them. I can get some English words out. That usually helps on the odd occasion.
Yeah.
And since I've been with the Argentinians doing a bit of stuff with the rugby, I've been starting to learn Spanish. So I'm slowly but surely getting a handle on it. But it's hopefully another little bit with them, and I'll be able to speak a bit more Spanish as well.
So turning our attention, John, to sport again, you've been assisting Trent Robbo at the Roosters and taken on the head coach of the Lebanese NRL World Cup team. What's driving this, mate? John and I both went to a luncheon recently with our good friend Rogan Yates from Yellow Brick Road down there in Bligh Street in Sydney, talking about great advice. What is driving this rugby league path for Michael Cheika?
Well, it's always been a game that I've obviously been interested in and loved because I played as a kid, and I think all the kids growing up love both games when they're playing footy. The kids who play footy, they want to see union and league. My boys play both union and league as they're growing up now, the young fellas. So, I think after the World Cup, I just wanted to put myself in some different situations, and Robbo, who I know from the time in France, opened the door for me to go in there and have a great experience last year and learn a little bit about how, I suppose, maybe not all NRL teams, but one of the best NRL teams operates. And I saw some of the tactical side of the game, some of the off-the-ball stuff, the roster work, just things like that. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed, the players. And last year doing that and also then finishing the year with the Argentinians in rugby is the first time I've ever been in a footy team, involved with a footy team on a regular basis and not being the boss. I've always been head coach. So it was a totally different set of eyes for me, and I learnt so much from that experience. And then with the rugby, with the Lebanese, it just sort of happened off chance. I was actually with Rogan the same, met someone who was involved with the team, and we had a few discussions. And, for me, it's obviously, I've now gone out. I spent a lot of time this year, meeting players of Lebanese descent that are playing in the NRL, in the Jersey Flag, in the New South Wales Cup, in the Sydney Shield, in all of the different tournaments around. I still haven't got all of them as yet. I think, mate, I love the passion that they have to play the game for the Jersey. I think you saw in the 17 World Cup what Brad Fittler was able to harness, not just from a performance point of view, but from the community, like the crowds, so good for the game. And I think going now and seeing all these players, I still believe we've got so many players in the grades below NRL that I really like to, or maybe not coach a team for the next sport, but yes, give guys a chance. If they're not going to, even if they don't make this World Cup team coming, that we've got by the next World Cup, there's 4 or 5 players playing NRL now, that we've got 10 players playing NRL of Lebanese descent. Get the test team playing more regularly every year. We've been lobbying about that year, and just getting not losing the identity of, here's some guys like we're amateurs, a lot of amateurs who can pick up and play and compete against the best at the World Cup. Not lose that, but just give the opportunity to some of our young lads as well